And I'm live. And it's Friday. Friday equals beer. So I'm drinking a Swedish Pilsner that is basically copy-pasting Czech beer tradition from the Czech Republic. They had a funny name, Ofrälse, which basically means heathen or you haven't been baptized or something like that. But it has a nice color. It doesn't look filtered either. Yep. Yeah, this is good shit. This is how it looks if you want to find it at the local Monopoly store. It's from enemy territory, also known as Skåne here in Sweden. Right, so Swedish. Normal citizen. Johan Persson, Nobel Carl, Sick, Blopp, Paframp, Carl, Fallväderfriend, Captain, Konrad, Patrick, Hitch, Mats Eriksson, Fockbolt. Skål på er allihopa. Right, let's just blast through the few news I managed to find. And they're just stupid. Apparently a moose managed to get into the subway in Stockholm and got shot at, ironically, one of the suburbs that are mostly famous for people shooting each other. By the way, this week has been ridiculous. I don't know how many shootings, like several each day, there's been in Sweden. What is it, like 3-4 people dead in shootings? At least one of them was a woman, totally unrelated to gang crime, who got blown up in a bombing this week. It's ridiculous. And it's never gonna get better either. Right, so, stupid article. Can you hunt from an electrical bike? No, you can't. That's why I even write an article about it. So Sebastian Scheiman is a lawyer. He takes gun-related cases. So he's won 3 different cases now regarding the barrel length of rifles for sport shooting. So for hunting, it has to be 18 inches or longer. That's why when you get your AR-15 or AR-10 or whatever, for hunting, it has to have 18 inches or longer barrel. But for sport shooting, you can have like an MP5 or whatever that has 12 inches of a barrel in the example of an MP5. So yeah, shorter. And my 300 Blackout has like 8 inches. But the police kind of wants to only allow it to have 16 inches. And there is no law that says it can only be 16 inches. Because we haven't implemented that part of the firearms directive in Sweden. But it should be a category A firearm in that case. But it's very messily implemented. We haven't actually implemented all parts of the firearms directive in Sweden, just the magazine part basically. There are some wording regarding the different categories of firearms that the rest of Europe uses, but it's not actually implemented in any real sense in Sweden. So any two-handed firearm is a rifle, and that's that. Right, everyone is sharing in chat. Anton is from Skåne. Well, you need to drink this, Anton. It was pretty good, actually. Normal says, friendly reminder that hunting from horseback is 100% allowed. Suck on that, motorister. Yeah, well, make sure you use a suppressor if you're hunting from a horseback, or because that poor little horsey might not actually enjoy hunting from horseback. Loud noises and all that. If there's something horses are afraid of, it's everything. Everything, like a piece of snow, a little bit of grass, a stick, a new cloud on the sky. A horse can be afraid of anything and everything. So shooting guns from horseback, yeah, that's a good excuse for a horse to go totally mental and throw you away. And the horse will, well, unless you have some kind of cowboy horse from the 1800s or something, I don't know. File weather friend says, oh, I thought we had implemented 30 centimeter barrel plus 60 centimeter overall length in firing condition. No, we have not. There's 3 different cases that basically says that it's pretty okay. So 3 different court cases have been won in a very short amount of time now. This will probably get changed sooner or later, unfortunately. So the guy who bought my 338 Lapua Magnum was talking to me about questions regarding what kind of optics he might want to put on a rifle like that. So if you want to get the most out of an extreme long-range shooting rifle like a 338 Lapua Magnum rifle, you need pretty expensive stuff, usually. But if you're also going to use it for hunting, a scope like this would technically work. So on that rifle, there's a 20 MOA cant on the rail itself. So any mounting solution would work for this. This is actually a pretty good scope for the money. It has a really good reticule for it, and it has a great range of magnification. So what you want is the top tower. You need to be able to turn it a lot. So you want to have a lot of adjustment range, and this one has a 34mm tube, same as Schmidt & Bender, which makes it so it has a lot of adjustment range for what it is, and it's not that expensive. It's upper mid range, and it's pretty good. So it's good for someone just starting out, and you can take this scope and put it on some other rifle, like if you get a 6.5 later or something, and then buy an even more expensive scope and you get to be a scope connoisseur. So if you're investing in some kind of extreme long range or long range rifle, a scope like this, because you usually get those in a hunting license, this, since the lowest magnification is 3.5 and the highest is 21, it has a great magnification range, so you can use it excellently for hunting and also long range shooting. And this specific scope has, well, I can't show it here, but it has an actually good reticule as well, so it's pretty good for all purposes. And it has Japanese glass in it as well, which is pretty much the best after-shot glass from Germany, which is hideously expensive. But if we're talking about optics, I was looking at what I could put on an AR-10. I'm going to buy an AR-10 very soonish. And something like this, so this costs like about as much as the rifle would cost. But I thought if I have an AR-10, I already have an AR-10 in 6.5 Creedmoor for long range shooting. If I buy one for hunting, it would be 308, and I would use it for hunting. So an LPVO would be a low weight solution, right? Instead of having a big large scope on it. So this would be good, since it's 1x8. It would basically be good for every hunting range you would ever encounter, basically. And a BDC reticule like this would work fine as well for a hunting scenario. So you just learn your holdover. So as you can see here, it has a mark for 300 yards, which is pretty much 300 meters. But I would prefer a metric one in mils instead of MOA. So yeah, don't get a MOA like this, but there's probably cheaper ones out there as well. There's a bunch of different LPVOs out there, and they're getting better and better as well. But it's a pretty niche usage scenario. So this one is not that expensive, 1x6 Delta Offload. It's probably pretty good. It's probably Chinese stuff, so I don't know. But there's a lot of cool shit you can buy for them. Let's see if chat has any nice input on my little scope rant here. Scouser69 says, hello Hage, what do you think about Stag Arms 15 retro rifle? This looks like an M16A2. Let me have a look at that. Stag Arms retro rifle. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Well, that looks kind of cool. I like this. It has the clamshell M16A2, and it has a A2 flash hider, which is covered in the bottom, so you don't push up a bunch of dirt. The A1 was birdcage all around. So yeah, it's probably nice. You could just unthread that or get a suppressor that goes over an A2. There's several different kinds that does that. And the good thing about this is that you can remove the carry handle just to loosen two bolts, and you can just remove it and put an optic on it if you want to, or like an ACOG or something if you want to go Desert War or whatever. Yeah, this is nice. That would be cool. I think Action Reaction Sports has the real deal though. If you don't want a copy, you could get the genuine M16A1. So what was the price tag for this? Okay, this is much cheaper. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be much more expensive if you buy this in Sweden. Probably as much as this or more, but come on. This is integrated into the upper. So you're gonna have to get a gooseneck thing or something. But this is proper triangular handguard, like Vietnam style. It doesn't get much more awesome than this, right? If you want to go retro, go full retro, or never go full retro. I don't know. Aspel says horses are electrical bikes with depression. Okay. Mikael says, so you're saying buy all the short barrel things? Yes, do that. That's fun. Hello, Viking One. Conrad says, it's a Schmidt & Bender PM2 5x25x56 for sale on Blocket for 25,000. Okay, let's check what that is. Blocket.se. Okay, so this is a nice scope. So this is, I think it's almost as much as a new one. So it's a 5x25x56, and it's first focal plane. That is really good. That is good. You want first focal plane. But what kind of reticule is this? I don't know them all by hand. So what was the reticule? LPDT. Oh, am I blind? LP. I can't see it. God damn it. What's this then? MSR2. I would like this reticule if I could choose the MSR reticule. It's the best. What's this? LP grid DTSD. Is it something? Oh, it's probably some Christmas tree thing. Probably. Well, something like this then. Similar at least. Oh, doesn't it have any better pictures? A bunch of CD-ROM. Okay, whatever. So it's probably a good buy. I use this scope myself, but I have an MSR reticule. This reticule is what I'm using. So it's a proper military finished reticule. It's pretty cool. But this reticule will probably do the job as well. It's first focal plane. It doesn't say if it's... Yeah, it's milliradian as well. So yeah, I would buy this, but I would probably try to get the price tag down a bit. But these scopes are pretty expensive if you buy them new. And the resale value is pretty high as well for these scopes. So yeah, the downside of the 5x25x56 is that 8 times magnification is the lowest you pretty much can go. After that, the picture just shrinks instead of the field of view actually staying the same or even increasing. So the optics in this is it's pretty much the original GOAT of long-range scopes, but it hasn't aged really well, but the glass is top-notch. So I use this myself, but I only use it at 10 times magnification at every range, and when I do that it works perfectly fine. But I would buy this used today, but I wouldn't buy this new today. There are better scopes out there, but if you get a good price for it used, then I could suggest buying that. And this specific scope on Blocket is pretty good. Robert is drinking Christmas must. It's way too early for that, Robert. Stop being a heathen. Wait until at least November or something. Sick is drinking Franziskaner Weiss beer. That's good shit. Skitjakt Robert. He's gonna go out hunting pigs apparently. And traditionally in Sweden we say shit hunt for some reason. Because you can't say have a good hunt because then you jinx it. So we say the opposite. It's like magic for 3-year-olds or something. Happy Friday, Stefan. Yeah, there's a bunch of different good optics out there. So mainly, yeah, if you want, it's almost never worth it to go above like 25,000 Swedish krona for an optic. Usually the point of diminishing returns are about there. And if you actually pay for the fancy Schmittenbrenner, yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, but you're paying. You're not getting. It's not a linear curve, money, performance. It's like money, but performance just kind of tapers out. It's diminishing returns a long time ago if you pay like 40,000-50,000 Swedish krona for an optic. Other wants to know when an M16A1 lower technically becomes illegal in Sweden. Can you have it installed at the shooting range if you don't have any fun stuff in the third hole? It could be something like intent to commit a crime or something if the police finds it, especially if you put it on a gun. I don't think the hole in and of itself would... It would be a hard time for the court to say just the hole is... somehow affecting the functioning of the firearm. But if you actually have an autoseer in your possession in a box or whatever, then you're probably fucked. Don't do that. But I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, so don't listen to me. Mats Eriksson got his 200 STR running and it's shooting good. Yeah, what kind of ammo do you use, Mats? I use myself, I use Norma Diamond Line Field. You don't need any other ammunition for it. It's always going to do the job. It's actually pretty awesome, that ammunition. First round hits at 1300 meters for me with that ammunition. And it's factory ammunition and it's not even expensive. Just never use any other ammunition. Just buy a couple of thousand rounds of that and just be happy. Don't touch the reloading station. Yeah, Mats is using the same. Hands off the reloading. Just buy Norma Felt. Falweather friend says, according to a lady handling my AK license, a selector made the rifle full auto until ARS explained to her boss that she was stupid. Yeah, I'll talk to Anton at ARS about that. Fucking retarded. So just the safety selector is apparently enough to make a firearm full auto. Yeah, the 338 Lapua I sold, the lady or old lady accused me of wanting to make bolt action 338 Lapua Magnum full auto. How do you even make? So do you like build a little robotic arm running the bolt for you so it becomes full auto that way? I don't know. Military soccer lowers when? I don't know. Just get a friend who has a laser engraver and just engrave the 3 crowns and make up some random inventory number and put the soccer logo on it on some whatever lower. It's pretty much the same thing anyway. It's gonna be mil-spec, right? So just paint it in like Swedish K green or something and just laser that logo on it. How hard can it be? If you want to cosplay Swedish military or just join the Home Guard or something, I don't know. Tompi made a boo-boo this week. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's not good. I went and checked up on a Strasser RS 14 Evo and compared to a Blazer R8. Then I compared both with a Sauer 404 Synchro XT in 6.5 or 55. Well, I soon have a blown budget. What did you get? This little story didn't tell us which gun you got. So, I know most hunters in Sweden just love to wank the Blazer R8. And yeah, it's a good rifle. But, yeah. I just don't like the magazine solution, it's just retarded. But the rifle is fine. Matt says, gee, I wonder where I got Norma Felt from. Is it me? Was it me just bitching and moaning about how good that ammunition is for the last 10 years or something? So what is the best value AR-10 about 25k right now? Air Precision. Just get Air Precision. It's gonna be the most basic AR, but it's gonna do everything you want and it's just gonna work. Let's see, I think it's scr.nu who sells Air Precision. Let's see if that is true. At least I bought my Air Precision from him, from Fredrik at scr.nu. Guns. Does he still sell them? He doesn't have it on his web page. Well, someone is gonna sell them anyway. But yeah, Air Precision is pretty good. Have a pretty good price. Bizarrely enough, German guns are pretty expensive for what they are, especially if you want to get Heckler & Koch. But that's just stupid money. Sig Sauer is also stupidly expensive, but they are imported from the US or whatnot. Oscar, hello. Will we meet at the Military Fair in Stockholm the 7th of October? Oscar, you're the biggest fan. Skål på dig, Oscar. I will try to show up, but I'm a lazy asshole, so they moved the military fair to another part of Stockholm. It used to be like a 5-minute walk from where I live, but we'll see. I'll try to get there. I do own a car. Normal citizen, standard FUD response when someone's hunting AR. Join the home guard if you want to play war. That's not what I said. He wanted like a wannabe military rifle. So obviously I'm gonna copy the stupid FUDs who say join the home guard and make a stupid joke about it, right? That's my responsibility as an old fart. Corax sell Aero. Okay, don't buy anything from Corax. They are horribly overpriced. Corax is just, no. I don't know why they have those prices, but it's ridiculous. Mikael says, feelings hurt in 6.5 Creedmoor. Where's my sheep Norma Felt? I think they sell. I actually think Norma makes 6.5 Creedmoor. I managed to find their web page. Normammunition.com. That wasn't that hard. Let's see. Sport shooting, read more. Diamond line. I wonder if diamond line exists in 6.5 Creedmoor. Caliber. No, it doesn't. Golden Target then? Is Golden Target available in 6.5? Yes, it is. Here we go. So, we do have Golden Target in 6.5 Creedmoor. 143 grains. So, this is a thing that exists. It's the same bullet as in Diamond Line Field, but it doesn't have the molybdenum coating. So yeah, I need to buy a box of this and test it out. But unfortunately, I feel this is going to be more expensive than the 6.5 or 55 because they just make that shit in extreme bulk. I'm curious to try this though. I usually just reload my own 6.5. So yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a little bit of that. A wide Florida man appears, says Mark Serbo is in chat. Hello, Mark. Cheers, Mark. Mark, I will not trim my mustache more than I already have. The Revolver bought a pristine M96 Swedish Master from 1899 for 200 euros. That's not much. That's a good price. I'm just gonna shoot a roe deer with it next year. That's good. Send me pictures on Discord when you do. Yeah, Mark, you're almost missing the stream. I don't have that much beer left. In random gun news, I managed to renew my license for my Glock. I still only have that for 5 years at a time. Then I have to go with my little hat in my hand to the Mr. Police Officer and say, "Pretty please with sugar on top, can I keep my property?" And I got to keep it for 5 more years. Whee! Funny thing, if I send in the paperwork for that 1 day late, like, so if the cutoff date is 1st of September and I send it in like 2nd of August, I'm a criminal. How about that? And if the police manage to finish the paperwork before the 1st of September, I'm not a criminal. But if the police are assholes and just wait like 1 day to September the 2nd, then I'm a criminal. And it goes under the same law as all the assholes shooting up people in Sweden. So I would get the same punishment basically. For being 1 day late with paperwork and the police being 1 day late with their paperwork. Then I'm suddenly a criminal committing a gun crime. That's how it works in Sweden. Mark Serbo wishes he was drinking. Mark, you do know you are the boss at your workplace. You are allowed to get piss drunk at your office, hugging your 30mm barrels, or was it 20mm? Cut them down, weld up the bottom, and you have shot glasses. Matt says, "It's not your Glock, you have only borrowed it." Yeah, unfortunately that is the truth. We'll see what happens. Sooner or later in 2024 we'll get some news regarding that. I hope they will remove the 5-year licensing for that and machine guns. But we'll see, we'll see. Right, skål på er. I will probably drink this again. Even though it's from Skåne, it's almost Denmark. And everyone knows that people in Denmark has their mouth filled with potatoes. And no one ever taught them how to swallow. So that's why they talk funny. Mark says he's machining the trunnion for his Forbidden Words SMG today. So he doesn't want his ambition destroyed by a few beers. Doesn't beer make you a little bit more creative? I don't know. Mark, send me some pictures of that. I'm pretty curious what you're making in your mad scientist hideout. Tompi says, if they would remove your 5-year licensing, I would probably check out submachine gun shooting. Yeah. Mark will teach the Danish people how to swallow. That's good, Mark. That's good. Do that. Send pictures of that as well. Normal Citizen, a resident black powder enthusiast, says that it feels like the 5-year licenses will be removed before the license requirement for reproduction muzzleloaders. Yeah, that's utter bullshit. If they removed the bullshit laws regarding replicas of stuff that is legal, then Yeah, I would buy some muzzle loaders. And I would shoot them, and I would have a good time. But I'm not going to shoot antiques, because I don't want them destroyed or worn down. Anders wants to know if you have to be part of a shooting club to buy a handgun. Yes. Unless you... Or you just become a police officer, and then you get it in a box of cereals. Pretty much. Path Trampled by Deer says, Mark's Machine Shop, much better than Santa's Workshop. Yeah, I agree. And Mark Serbo is Gun Santa. So we have Gun Jesus. Mark Serbo needs to get a better beard, and then he can become Gun Santa. Oh shit, he sent me a picture. Yeah, that's probably illegal on YouTube, so I'm not gonna show you that. And he's fully clothed. There's no one without clothes in that picture. That's pretty awesome, Mark. The noble car. Any idea where I can find a new Beretta 92 FS? It seems like nobody's selling it in Sweden, and import is ridiculously expensive. Isn't a guy in my shooting club bought one of those just not long ago, like 2 years ago or something. He bought it new, and I don't think he imported it. Isn't it? It's Sportback who has that. Maybe I dreamt that. They only have... Oh, they don't sell them anymore. I don't know. But you could... Does Arms24.com have that? Waffen, du har pistolen. Hersteller, Beretta. So, I bought guns from these guys. So, was it the FS you wanted? Which one is that? So this one. So Beretta 92 FS Pistole. So how much is that? That's 1400 euros. So when I bought from these guys, I paid the price in euros and then added 200 more euros for shipping and handling and paperwork. And that's when I bought my Heinel. When was that? Like 2 years ago now. So arms24.com has it for you. So just buy it from them. It's not that expensive. It's from Germany. Are you trying to import it from like the United States or something? Buy it from them. It's not that hard. I've done it. I bought several guns from these people. Any last questions here? Mark Serbo says, yeah, illegal chat ending gun pigs. Yeah. It's so ridiculous. I had a talk with the 9-hole reviews about all the bullshit you have to go through on YouTube, and they've lost like 50% of their viewers and are shadow banned and everything. And it's the same with my YouTube channel as well. It just removes all your will to put in effort to make shit on YouTube. And all the other streaming services don't really have the numbers. So all you guys, go to all the other services and watch shit on those instead. Fuck YouTube. But yeah, 9-hole reviews, they had a pretty high growth, a steady growth rate. And then it just tapered off, and then it went downhill. They really, really hate us at YouTube. And it's just political reasons. Fuck them. Right. So Jakt.se apparently has a Beretta 92 FS. So check that site as well. But it's probably cheaper to get it from Arms24. A little bit more paperwork, but depends on how much money you have. Shotgun magazine restrictions. Any clarity on that front yet? They removed the clarification on how you have to affix magazines for shotguns, semi-autos and pump action ones. So technically it's probably possible if you can have different lowers to have one at the shooting range and one while hunting. But it's too much effort, so I wouldn't bother. Okay, Noel Carl says the Arms24 doesn't export anymore. Well, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks a lot. If in that case, I guess hunting.se is your best bet then. Jakt.se. Alright, I'm all out of beer. You guys need to have a good weekend. I will. By the way, a little plug for Swedish. I got this new little tin in in aluminium with a little O-ring here. It's actually super nice. I'm ridiculously happy with this thing. And if someone messes with me, I can probably throw them at them and run away. Swedish, member for 11 months. Skål på dig. I have no beer, but let's say skål anyway. Right, that's enough for me. You guys have a nice weekend, and I'll see you later.